We are going to begin today in a seated position, so if you can find a comfortable seat on your mats. And you just want to, we're going to come into a very slouchy position, so just find something that's comfortable to sit on your sitting bones, and then just kind of curl into yourself and feel this action that we may take throughout the course of our day as we're on our computers, as we're sitting at the table, eating, or driving our cars. So just feel your weight sag and drop the head. Just turn the chin from side to side like you're turning inward. Good. And then let your next inhale fill you up and really feel that exaggeration of breath help lift your head and roll your shoulders back and feel that lengthening of your spine, and exhale fully. And then just stay upright. You can close down the eyes. You can bring your hands in your lap. You can bring them on your thighs. And just feel how that breath really extends the spine long, helps offering some support for the head. And immediately you may feel a little bit of a mood enhancement here as you feel the chest lifting, heart opening, deep belly breathing. Just feeling what you feel beneath you, your sitting bones, maybe the size of your feet. Good. And then slowly open up the eyes. We'll take the arms out wide and inhale, reach them up overhead, interlace the fingers and feel the palms reach towards the ceiling. Getting a nice side body lengthening here. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, we'll bring that left hand to outside that right knee and just come into a gentle twist here. Nothing too outrageous to start with. And then feel that length as you inhale. Exhale, unwind the twist, and we'll take that left hand now off to the left side, reach the right arm over. So really feeling that right hip tap down, right fingertips reaching long, breathing into that right lung. Good. And then inhale, come on back through center, and just exhale for a moment. Take a different interlacing now of the hands as you breathe in, send them up towards the ceiling, getting long in the waist. And then we'll take that twist now. Right hand comes to the outside of that left knee, left fingertips tent. So it really gives the spine a chance to lift and lengthen as you turn over towards that left shoulder. And then we'll take that side body stretch now as the right fingertips reach long, lift on up. Feel that left hip tack down, opening up through that left side waist, breathing into that left lung, very nice. And then inhale, come back through center. Now come back to both fingertips and you just roll the weight forward, maybe coming onto the shins and lift up through the hips here. Just a gentle back bend. Very nice. And then exhale, bring your seat back down, switch up the cross of the legs. Great. And we'll inhale, interlace the fingers a little bit on breath here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find that twist. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, unwind the twist, and then exhale, find that side body lengthening. Good. We'll just come through an inhale here. Exhale, bring those hands out in front as we send them up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist now. Right hand outside of left knee, inhale. And then exhale, send the right fingertips along as the left arm reaches up and over. Good, come back through to center on an inhale, and as you exhale, use those fingertips to help send the hips up. Very nice. And then come on back down. We'll bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. And just think cat-cow, but on your seat. So using your hands to help bring the body forward as you inhale, lengthening through the front. And then exhale, feel that nice doming of the back, rounding chin to chest. Inhale, find a nice lift. Good. And then exhale, send the weight back. We'll come into a tabletop position just for a moment. Feel those palms spreading through, and so you can see the color of your mat underneath your fingertips. And then reach that right leg back behind you. Draw the right knee in towards the chest, and then cross that right foot in front of that left leg. Bring that foot of the left a little bit back, and you can send your hips back into a cross-legged, yeah, it feels a little awkward, Hopefully getting a little thigh stretch, cross-legged child's pose. Good, come forward, uncross your legs, and then we'll take the left leg long. So getting that belly to stay engaged here as we draw the knee in towards the chest, and then you can cross that left knee in front of the right and send your hips back. May not come all the way down towards your heels. You may feel a little pulling action. Just take it easy where you need to. Good, and then come on through to your regular tabletop position. Feel the tops of your feet come down, and then with your belly staying engaged, just lift up the kneecaps a couple centimeters. You'll feel a little opening through the front of the ankle. Feel that lower belly stay engaged. Good, and then come back down. We'll take a cat-cow here. Inhale, feel the belly lift, the belly drop. And then exhale, round through the back, chin to chest. And now we'll take a different variation through the feet, but find that core engagement as you just hover the kneecaps, curl the toes under, like you're going to pounce forward. Good. Belly's really strong here to help lift. And then come on down and take one more round of cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, press into the palms. Good. Now curl the toes and keeping that soft bend, easing your tailbone towards the ceiling, sitting bones reaching high as you begin to straighten through the legs and find your first downward facing dog. Shake out the head, yes. Shake it out, no. Just exploring what's going on in the body. Let's take a big inhale as we lift up high onto the tippy toes, and then sigh out the exhale as you send the heels back down. One more like that, feeling that breath fill your body. Inhale, come high, and then exhale, ease the heels down towards the mat. Lift up through the right leg, bend it up, shake out the hip, maybe circle through the ankle, and then right leg comes down. We'll do that on the second side, just seeing what's going on in the legs this morning through the hips. Very nice. And then we'll pad our feet towards our hands, taking our time to get there. Finding feet hips distance apart as you fold over your thighs, taking your ragdoll. Just mindful of which arm you always put in front. Maybe you want to change it up. You can bend through one knee, bend through the other, just feeling a little bit of engagement through the front of the legs. Feeling the backs of the legs awaken. Good. And then releasing those arms, slowly rolling up one vertebra at a time. Head can stack last. And we'll bring the feet together, finding mountain pose here. Feel the shoulder blades drop away from the ears, bellies drawing in, tailbone reaching down, firm through the legs. Good. And we'll just move through a few of our lunge salutations. So reach up, breathe in, take all that breath in, and then exhale, folding forward. Soften the knees if you need to. Find a halfway lift, inhale, belly stay strong. Exhale, bring the right foot back behind you. Come on down to your right knee. Hook through the thumbs and send your thumbs up towards the ceiling as you feel this little lunge here. Inhale. Exhale, maybe sink the hips a little more deeply. Inhale here. And then exhale, bring the hands to frame that left foot. Curl the right toes under, lift through the right leg. Send the left foot back to meet it. We're in upper push-up position. Good. Feel the heels reach away. Drop down to your knees. We'll come all the way down through chaturanga on our bellies. Good. And then just take your own gradual peeling up of your chest. So I'm going to give you guys a few moments just to explore what's going in the lower back here. Maybe you come a little higher, maybe you stay a little lower. Just kind of let it feel organic here. So I'm not giving a ton of instruction. I really just want you to feel how the lower back is feeling this morning. Sometimes we rush through these poses and we don't give our bodies a chance to signal to our brain, ooh, maybe we should back off or maybe we can go a little deeper. That's where the breath helps. When you've had a bit of an exploration of your lower back this morning, curl through the toes, send your hips back towards your heels, and then find your downward facing dog. Good. We'll lift the left leg back behind us, bend up through that knee, and really exaggerate that opening through the left side waist. Weight is in that left hand. Good. You can circle out through the ankle here. And then square up through the hips. Look forward. Draw the knee into the nose. Give it a little kiss. And then step that left foot in between your hands. Right foot comes to meet it. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Folding in. Rise on up. Arms reaching overhead. Exhale. Hands to heart center. So we'll take that to the other side. Inhale. Reach on up. Exhale. Folding forward. Find a halfway lift. Crown of the head reaching forward. Tail back. Exhale. Step the left foot back. Drop down to the left knee. Maybe a different crossing of the thumbs as you find your low lunge here. Inhale. Ease the hips down. Feel the shoulder blades draw down the back. Maybe a little more lift through the heart. Very nice. Exhale. Release that down. Left toes curl under. Send the right foot back to meet the left. Lower down through chaturanga are always welcome to come to your knees, all the way to your belly. Find your cobra, maybe taking a few extra breaths here, just kind of exploring what's going on. Breathe. One more inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Bend up through the knees and reverse through chaturanga if you'd like, or pressing back through child's pose. Right leg is going to lift now. Bend up through the knee. Feel that weight in the right palm, so you're square through the shoulders as you feel that diagonal stretch through that right hip. Good. Square through the hips now, and then send the left knee in towards the chest. Give it a little kiss. Step the left foot forward. Or sorry, that's our right foot. Left foot comes to meet it. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, folding in. Rise on up to stand. Bring the arms up overhead and just bring this back into Anjali Mudra. Pressing down through the feet, feeling the energy through the body, connecting with our breath. And we'll just add on to that. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding on in. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, send the right foot back. Come on down to the right knee. Inhale, thumbs cross, and then we'll take a little twist here. Exhale, send the right hand forward, left arm reaches back. Good, and then maybe you kind of take your left fingertips grabbing the outside of the right thigh, right arm reaches up and ease into that twisted lunge. Good. Right hand comes down, left hand, unwind your twist. Send your left foot back to meet the right. Maybe you keep the left foot lifted as you lower down through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, always welcome to do that, to downward facing dog. Breathe. Left leg lifts, inhale. This time we'll bring the left knee to the outside of that left tricep and hold it here for a breath cycle. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the left knee in towards the nose and step that left foot through, and we'll come high into our crescent lunge here. Inhale. So just like when we had our hands crossed, feel if the arms reaching back, but the shoulder blades drawing down, but knitting in the front ribs. Good, reach here. And then exhale, we'll bring the hands alongside the body. Send the crown of the head forward as you press back through that right heel. Get strong in that standing leg. One more inhale here. And then exhale, we'll come into a little bit of a hamstring opener, launching off that right foot to come into a standing split. Good, breathe. Look back at that right foot and square off through the hips, kind of creating an upside down L shape. Good, one more inhale here. And then watch that right foot as you come back down into your low lunge. Take a breath here, inhale, and exhale. Use your belly to step that left foot back to meet the right. Lower down through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Connecting with your breath. Finding that long line of energy from the heels across the back body. Strong through the hands. Look forward to your hands and walk your feet. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold it in. Rise to stand. Feel that grounding through the floor. as you reach on high, and we'll take that back down. Exhale, second side. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, this time the left foot steps back. Come on down to your left knee. Take a crossing of the thumbs and inhale. Maybe a little more open through the front body here. Good, inhale. And then exhale, come into our twist. Right arm comes back, left arm reaches forward. Good. And then we'll inhale here, reach it on back up, and bring that left hand down, right hand down, step back to our plank, lower down through chaturanga, upward facing dog, to downward facing dog. Good. Right leg lifts on an inhale, bend up through that knee, and then we'll bring that right knee to that right tricep and hold it for a cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Then bring the knee to the nose and set the foot all the way through. Rise on up, crescent lunge. Good, breathe here. Feel that back leg powering up for you to help offer stability through the front leg. And then exhale, we'll come into this arrowhead shape, this power lunge. Inhale, get strong, lift it through the back leg, and then exhale, move through our vinyasa. You can keep that right leg lifted if you like, always coming to your knees or skipping your vinyasas entirely if you like to. And breathe. Shake out the head, yes. Shake it out, no. Really nice. We'll come into a child's pose. And turn the palms facing up, just feeling a nice little rotation through the shoulders, maybe a little more upper back opening here. Feel that connection with your breath, that easeful in and out. This is always available to you as we move through the practice. Good, when you're ready, meeting me back in downward facing dog, and we'll add on to that. We'll bring the right leg back behind us. We'll bring the right knee to the right tricep. Bring it over to the left tricep. Send it through the middle, and then step that right foot through. Rise on up, crescent lunge, inhale. Good. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center, left arm reaching forward, right arm reaching back. And then we'll bring the right fingertips. I realize I did this, or I forgot to do this in our low lunge here, and reach the left fingertips up. Good. And then we're going to take this left arm and bring it across to the outside of that right thigh and find your twisted lunge here. Good. Press through the back heel. Feel the crown of the head reach forward as you twist those left ribs under a little more. Good. Unwind your twist. Bring your hands down. Step back to an upper push-up position. Come on down to your right forearm. Come on down to your left forearm. You're in a forearm plank. Whew. You can stay here. You can always drop to your knees. We're going to bring that right forearm across towards the left, and we're going to stack the feet one on top of the other and roll onto the outside of that right baby toe. Forearm plank. Good. Send the hips high. Reach the fingertips high. Hopefully a little more stability through the shoulders as we're on that forearm. If you want to challenge yourself, you can lift that left leg high. You can reach the left arm over. Good. And then come back through your forearm plank. Belly stays strong here. Right hand down, left hand down. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Breathe. Left leg lifts on an inhale. Bring the left knee to the left tricep, to the right tricep. Bring it in the middle, and then step it through. Rise on up, crescent lunge, inhale. Good. On an exhale, hands through heart center and right arm forward, left fingertips back. And then we'll find that nice little reverse kind of twist. Breathing as those right fingertips reach up. And now it's the right elbow as we unwind the twist, bringing it to the left, outside the left thigh, and twisting on up. So feel that right heel really pressing away to give you some length through the waist to feel the right ribs spinning under now. Good. Unwind your twist. Hands come down. Step the left foot back. Now it's the left forearm comes down, right forearm comes down. Feel solid in your undercarriage. Can I say that? Reach the heels away. Legs are strong. And now we'll bring the left forearm parallel with the front of the mat. Swivel onto the outside of the left foot. Heels come together. And now right arm reaches up. Hips reach up. Maybe this is strong enough. Maybe you need to drop down to a knee. If you want to challenge yourself, you can lift a limb. You can kind of have a little play. Good. And then unwind back to forearm plank for a breath. And now it's the left hand that comes, right hand. Send your hips high. Whew. Come into downward dog. Take a big breath in. And then just sigh out the exhale. Let it go. One more like that. That was good effort. You deserve it. Take an extra breath. And then look forward towards your hands. Walk your feet forward. Find a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold in. Send your hips low. Reach the fingertips high. Find Utkatasana chair pose. Now make an exaggeration of the weight in the heels, and you'll see all 10 toes lift. Good. And now bring the weight forward into the toes and lift through the heels. Oh yeah, you can bring your hands to heart center. Good. And then heels come down. We'll take a twist here. So left elbow outside of right thigh. And send your weight back. Mindful where that left knee is in space. Good. And then we'll bring the weight into that right foot and start to hover that left foot up off the mat. Stay low in your bent knee. Maybe the left leg starts to reach back to straight. Good. And then, the floor feels pretty nice. And bring your hands to frame that right foot. Good. And we'll come into our standing split because I realized I didn't do that one on the other side. Oh, wow. Good thing I'm recording these things. We can go back and maybe edit. And forward fold. Good. Let's come back and land into our lunge. Reach on up through crescent. Inhale. Exhale. Find front left hand reaching forward, right hand back. And then find our reverse with our little bit of a twist. Good. And then we'll find our twisting lunge again. And look forward because we're going to bring that left knee into our chest and come back into our twisted chair. Good. Unwind your twist and let that go. Find a halfway lift, inhale. And then just sigh out the exhale. Take a moment in ragdoll. We're going to set up for the second side. So bring your feet together if you separated them. Send the weight back. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right elbow outside of left knee now. Lots of twists. Feeling like Saturday, need to ring it out. Maybe being a little over celebratory, coming into level 2. And place the weight in the left foot now. Right heel hovers. And then we keep the bend in the left leg as we extend the right leg towards straight. Wobbling is okay. It means your muscles are firing. And then, ooh, yay, we love the floor. So find your twist here. Reestablish your feet. Good. And then unwind your twist. Rise on up to our crescent. Good. Send now the right hand forward, left arm back. And we'll take that little twist here. Reach the fingertips up. And we'll find once again coming as we started into our twisted lunge. Right heel's really working for you. Then looking down, here's the transition. Looking forward as we bring that right foot in to meet the left. Take a breath in our twisted chair. Inhale. And exhale. Let that all go. Fold forward. Maybe a wider stance. Shake out the head. Yes. Shake it out, no. Good. We'll bring our hands behind our lower back and just open up through the front of the shoulders as we interlace overhead and feel the knuckles reach towards the front wall. Good. And then release that. We'll step the right foot back, we'll step the left foot back, and meet in downward dog or flow through vinyasa. Maybe lingering for a breath or two in upward facing dog after those chairs to downward dog. Very nice. Take a big breath in. Exhale, side out. Moving on to warrior two. Reach the right leg back behind us. Step that right foot through. Bring the left heel down, heel to arch alignment. Unwind the arms and find your Virabhadrasana B. Good. That left pinky toe edge is anchoring down to give you stability, to allow for a little more depth in the right thigh. Good, breathe here. And then we'll take that interlace grip. Feel the collarbone smile open here. So, and just take a peek. Has that right knee ducked in as you're bringing that left shoulder back, right shoulder back and down. Good, and then take this little structure here, leaning over that bent right thigh. Good, and then release the hands if you've got them clasped. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. If you want a deeper variation of your extended side angle, the right fingertips can come to the instep of that right foot. Breathe here. One more inhale here, and then rise back up through your warrior two. Let's reverse a triangle. Oh, that feels good through the right leg. Inhale here. And then walk that right foot in a little. We'll come into Trikonasana here. So firm through the standing front leg, but if you need a micro bend, you can do that. And then send your hips back in space, creating length in the underside of the right side waist. And then pivot the arms where they go. It can come to the right shin. You can have no weight on the hand. You can bring the hand down to the floor or a block. Whatever's going to support a nice length through that underside, that right side waist. Gaze can come up towards that left hand. Breathe. One more inhale here, and then soften through that right knee, and we'll flow through a vinyasa. So right foot comes back, maybe hovering, maybe skip it all together, and we'll move that on to the second side. Take a breath here. Exhale. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step that left foot in between your hands. Rise on up to your warrior two. Good, so find that support through the feet and let that help build your posture. So firm through the legs as we have this nice lengthening through the side waist and an ease through the shoulders in our warrior two. If you took an interlace grip, maybe swapping up which thumb is on top. And feel the knuckles draw down as it opens up through the front of the body. Just feel that right shoulder ease back, left inner thigh working for you so it doesn't cave in. Good. And then keep the length in that side left waist as we ease the shoulders over that front leg. And then finding your extended side angle. So left forearm to left thigh, right fingertips reaching up over that right ear. Good, breathing here. One more inhale. And then exhale, reverse triangle. So feel that nice length in the left side waist. That's what we're going to want to take. I have to shorten my stance a little. And then when I can't go any further with my reach and my hips extending back, I pivot the arms and take the gaze to where it's comfortable for you on your neck. Good. So a little micro bend in that front leg so you're not jamming it. And bring some weight into the front of the big toe. Good. One more inhale here. And then to transition through our vinyasa, soften through that left knee. Left foot joins right. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Very nice. And breathe. Look forward towards your hands and walk your feet forward or lightly jump. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll come into eagle posture and make our way onto the floor from there. So sinking the hips down nice and low. The right leg is going to cross over the left. Maybe the foot hooks behind that left calf. Arms reach on up, and it's the right arm that comes underneath the left. So feel the shoulders and elbows in one line, maybe palms reach away. Can you sink your hips a little more? And maybe bring that left hip forward, right hip back. Breathing here. You can take this into a sleeping eagle if you like, and you can connect your elbows towards your kneecaps. Breathe. Or you can stay upright. It's a little more challenging on the balance to go through the transition to sleeping to upright. And then unwind your eagle, just spread that out, let it feel good after that little constriction. And we'll take it to the second side. So left knee crosses over the right. Make sure you find enough of a bend in that leg to find the crossing. And left arm now underneath the right. Sink the hips. Think about that right hip coming forward, left hip back, so you're squaring through the legs. Good, breathe. And if you took the sleeping variation, challenge yourself on this side. Finding that moment where the breath really helps with the focus. Maybe distracting from our thoughts. Good. And then let that go. Inhale, arms on up. Exhale, fold forward. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back. And we'll lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way onto your bellies. Make a little pillow for your head, and then just wash the knees from side, or the feet from side to side. Good. We'll come into a half bow and then a full bow. So you can keep that right arm underneath, parallel with the front of your mat. Reach the left fingertips forward, left toes back, and bend up through that right knee. Good, and then just feel, we're going to connect eventually the arm with the leg, but feel what happens, how the glute engages to lift the right knee up off the mat. Can you soften through your belly a little and get a little more lift? So the leg really works, the glute really works. And now we'll find an opening through the front of the body as we connect the right hand to grab the right foot, and then lift the left arm and left leg up as well. And feel that back bend shape. Notice if that right knee is pivoted out, try and bring it in line with that right hip, and reach and feel length and strength through the back of the body to lift up and resist gravity. Good. And then release that down. Bring both hands out and just allow yourself a little bit of a belly down shavasana before we take that to the other side. So right fingertips stay reaching forward, right toes reach back. And we'll just find that little bit of a leg lift. Bend up through the left knee, and then feel what needs to switch on to help lift that left thigh up off the mat. You want to take it out of the lower back and feel it in the glute. You may even feel a little bit of a engagement of the belly, but not too much. More the hamstring and the glute. Good. And then we'll reach around and catch hold of that left foot and send the right fingertips, right toe tips lifting as the left hand gets that nice grip, and you can kick into that hand to lift you a little bit more. Good. And then exhale, let that go down. Once again, belly down shavasana. Just let that shape stick with the body. Breathing into the backs of the lungs, breathing into the lower back, middle back, upper back. And now we'll come into Dhanurasana, full boat pose. So bend up through the knees, reach out round with the hands. Feel those knees tracking in line with the hips rather than reaching away from each other, as if you're squeezing a block. And then pointing through the toes, feeling the shins reach towards the back wall, the toes reach up, and you'll feel this heart opening here. Breathe. Just stay with your breath and see if you can go a little more deeply as the breath helps open up this shape to you. Good. One more inhale here. And then exhale, let it go. Once again, a little pillow if you want a windshield wiper through the knees. And we'll press back into child's pose. Be tender to your back. And just feel that reverse action through the spine. Very nice. Good, we'll set up for pigeon from here. So we'll draw that, come to a tabletop and we'll draw that right knee behind the right wrist. Send the left foot back. Keep it in line with that left hip. You can even take a little peek. Make sure you don't sickle through that left foot too much. And then come high onto your fingertips. Feel that lengthening of the spine out of the pelvis. And take that length with you. If this is at all troubling to your knees, by all means, come into a version on your back. Let's see if you can bring that left hip forward in space and that right hip back. Keeping that evenness through the hips so we really get into that outer hip. And breathe. See if you're clasping anywhere else in your body, any tension building up. You can do a little lion's breath here. Release through the jaw. If you want to take this into a quad stretch, you can bend up through that left foot or left knee and draw that left heel in towards the quad or into the glute. Breathe. One more breath here. And then release through that foot. Plant through the hands and send that right leg high. Enjoying that fresh blood flow on that right side. And we'll set up for pigeon on the second side. So it's the left kneecap that aims behind that left wrist. And once again, just see where your right leg comes in space. Staying high up onto your fingertips. We'll come on down. And breathe. Taking an inhale here and just let the breath help you soften a little more. Find where your hips are in space. If you need to bring that left hip back, right hip forward. If you want to do a few lion's breath here. Releasing the tension that can get somewhat gathering in our hips, so just letting go. And when you're ready, walking the palms back underneath the shoulders and send that left leg nice and high. We'll find our way onto our seat and then onto our backs, hugging the knees into the chest, winding down our practice. You can rock from side to side. You can take the knees in one direction and then the other direction. And we'll come into a spinal twist. So we'll extend the left leg long and draw that right knee across the left side of our body. You can shimmy that left hip under if you need to. Right arm extends long. You may even want to guide that right hip gently away from you as you feel that expansion along that right side waist. And breathe here. You can close down the eyes. Starting to tune inward as we recalibrate our central nervous system through twists. One more inhale here. And use the exhale to come back through center. Drawing the left knee in now, right leg extends long. And taking now the knee over towards the right side as left arm extends long. And just feel maybe that gentle easing of the left femur bone away from that left floating rib. Just giving a nice little rinse to the internal organs here. One more inhale here. Exhale, come back through center. Knees come into the chest. I invite you to do whatever posture you'd like to do before settling into your final resting pose. If that's happy baby, if that's shoulder stand, if that's a full back bend. Oftentimes at this point in our practice, I find that I really know what my body needs. So explore what your body needs. Really establishing that mind-body connection. And when you are ready, meeting in Shavasana, taking your time here to feel the floor beneath you. Just doing a little scan. Where can you release? How are the feet feeling in space? Is there any sort of tension through the legs? Releasing any sort of muscular engagement. Just let your body surrender. Your breath even returns back to its natural rhythm. And we'll stay here for a few moments and I will lead you guys out. Of course, if you want to stay longer, I encourage you to do that. But feel this moment of receptivity here. On your next inhale, fill your belly. And then just sigh out the exhale, letting go. Allow some gentle movement to come through to your fingers, to your toes, to your wrists, to your ankles. And reach your arms up overhead, getting a full body stretch. Making your way onto your right side, taking your time, bending up through the knees. Making a little pillow with that right arm, finding this nurturing fetal position. And when you are ready, transitioning to a seated position. Your eyes can stay closed or soft towards your fingers as you bring them into Anjali Mudra. And as we started in a seated position, just notice if there's a little more freedom through the hips, a little more length through to the crown of the head. Thank you all so much for coming today and practicing with me. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Oh, I'm going to miss everyone.
Thanks.
It's been so fun. You guys have a wonderful day. Elizabeth, happy hour to you. Bye. Bye. Thanks, guys.